Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Yumna Rekha. My name is Rida.
My name is Umayyan Dalal.
My name is Afia Ahmed.
We are going to speak about reproduction in plants.
First, there are two types of reproduction. One is the sexual and another is asexual reproduction. First, what is asexual reproduction? The plants which reproduce or give birth to another plant without using the seeds are known as asexual reproduction.
There are many methods of asexual reproduction, but today the method we are going to focus on is vegetative propagation.
The type of reproduction in which plants produced by vegetative parts are known as vegetative propagation. The plants have root, stem, and leaves. These are called vegetative parts.
Some of the examples for roots, stems and leaves can be, for the roots we can say a potato, for the stem we can say a rose plant, and for the leaves we can say a bryphlium.
Sometimes the birds are also known as the reproductive part. For example, the birds are the bulb-like projection coming out of the yeast cell is known as the bud. The example for bud is the sweet potato.
So, next we have the sexual reproduction. What is sexual reproduction? When the plants give birth to another plant, it uses seeds. That is nothing but the sexual reproduction.
Now, first let's learn about the parts of a flower. Here I have taken a hibiscus. So we have some petals, some sepals, and then we have a stamen which consists of anther and filament. Here we have a pistil which consists of stigma, style, and ovary. There are two types of flowers in sexual reproduction. That is the unisexual flower and the bisexual flower. The flower that consists either pistil or stamen is known as the unisexual flower. And the flower that consists of both stamen and pistil, it is called the bisexual flower. In sexual reproduction, we have two types of methods for the reproduction. That is pollination and fertilization.
Next is the pollination process. So there are two types in the pollination, that is cross-pollination and the self-pollination. Let's go with what is cross-pollination. When the pollinator is nothing but any insect, it can be a bee or a fly. When it sits on the stigma of a flower, it carries the pollen grains with it, goes and sits on another flower of different plant, there it leaves down the pollen grains. This is known as cross-pollination. Whereas when self-pollination is there, the pollinator, the insect, it takes the pollen grains from one flower to another flower of the same plant. This is known as self-pollination. We also have a reference picture for this, that the pollen grains are taken by the pollinator and the pollens are left into another plant.
Now, fertilization. The process of fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete, which produces zygote, is nothing but fertilization. So, what is the gamete? A gamete is nothing but a reproductive cell. It can be of both male and female. And what is a zygote? When both male and female fuse together, they form a new cell that is called zygote.
Jazakallah khair.